Hey guys, Kendall here. Today I'm going to be building Revell's model of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. Revell has provided me with this kit for free. However, they have not paid me or told me what to do or say. First, wash the parts in warm water and soap with a splash of vinegar. This will help the paint stick and remove residue from the molding process. I didn't wash the TIE Fighter well enough initially, so later when it came to applying the paint, it didn't stick very well in some areas. The first coat of acrylic paint was thinned, but due to washing the parts in warm soapy water inadequately, the paint beaded on the surface. Because of this, I had to apply the paint straight out of the pot onto the pieces that it had trouble sticking to. It's best to paint the smaller parts on the sprue since it's easier to hold. The walls were painted Revell Aqua 76 light gray, with some parts Revell 79 blue gray. For Darth Vader, I started off with 7 gloss black, but also used 6 tar black, and 302 satin black to add details to the cape and the suit. The small details in the interior, like the lights and the wires, were painted with a fine brush. They were then neatened up once dry. It was a bit difficult to get Darth Vader to fit into his seat, so I had to cut down and sand the peg on him until it fitted into the slot. The fuselage parts fitted relatively well. Once the parts were in place, pegs were used to hold them until the glue dried. The wings were a good fit and were assembled easily. I think Revell intended beginners to leave the body unpainted because the instructions did not specify a color. I didn't like the unpainted look, so I applied 3 coats of Revell Aqua 374 gray to the body. Each coat was thinned with a drop of water to achieve a smoother finish with less visible brush strokes. The solar cells were painted with a thin coat of Revell Aqua 6 tar black. I also used this color for smaller details like the pulse generator. The laser tips were then painted Revell 332 luminous red. The forward viewpoint had a decal. However, I decided not to use it because the clear film on the decal would give a fogged look to the window, and the decal could possibly be difficult to position. Instead, I painted the viewpoint frames with 3 coats of Revell 79 blue-gray. Once dry, I kneaded it with a sharpened matchstick. I attached the wings, but they were slightly wobbly. So to fix this, I applied more glue and held them in place for longer until they were secure. I mixed a dark gray chalk wash to define the panel lines with. For more information on how to do this, see Owen's video on how to make chalk washes. There's a link in the cards and description. I painted the wash along all of the panel lines with a fine brush. Once the wash had dried, the excess was removed with a damp cotton bud. This took 2 passes as there was a great deal of excess chalk to remove. The clear parts were then masked with Tamiya masking tape to protect the clear plastic from the matte varnish. The whole tie advance was then sprayed with a coat of matte varnish. Then the tape on the clear parts was removed once it had dried. Overall, I'd say this is a good kit. It's relatively easy and good for beginners. However, if you're a more advanced model maker, I'd recommend something from Bandai. Their kits are larger and more detailed. I'd also recommend to not glue the roof of the cockpit on so that you can see your hard work inside and the detailing on Darth Vader, and to wash it before you start painting thoroughly, or else you'll have issues like I did. This kit is very good for beginners. It's well detailed for its size. I had fun building it, and the force is strong with this kit.